It's the And the White Guy Show with Bruce Williams, but not Terry Reed. Harry Solonsak and his orchestra, the Dick Dancer Dancers. And now, from their high-res studios in La Hermitage, here's that white guy, Bruce Williams.
Oh, we have an exciting show for you tonight. We have guests. We have Boffo Entertainment for you tonight. And not only that, but my co-host for tonight, and probably tonight only because he's so busy, John Pate.
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep your seats.
Normally,
all of you.
Normally there would be applause here, but
we're on a delay. There's a delay between Bruce and myself.
There's our audience.
No, there it is.
Yes.
We're actually in two different states. I'm in the state of confusion,
and I'm in the state of Tennessee. And John is now a resident of the state of Tennessee. He's been almost a lifelong Californian after being reared and raised in Alabama.
Yes.
And he is now living in the Chattanooga area.
The beautiful and lovely Chattanooga area of Ooltewah. Ooltewah. Ooltewah.
That's got to be a native term.
It is.
It's a native term for suburb.
Yes.
Yes.
Cherokee word for suburb.
Yes. Because suburb is also a Native American word.
It is?
Suburb, yes, because one of the great chiefs from Connecticut
was the son of Burb?
Burb. It was Chief Burb.
And his son was Suburb.
Suburb. Yes.
I got it, yes.
Yes. So, tonight's show not only features John, who is a veteran comic, educator, actor, speaker,
author,
comic. Am I leaving something out?
Carpenter,
and one of the early Marx Brothers historians.
Yes.
And he's
known as Dopo.
He was Dopo, which was after Zeppo, and it came Dopo. But we've been watching the Comedy Store anthology
about the good
documentary.
Old days. Yes,
it's a documentary. Mike Binder is behind this. And when we first started working the Comedy Store, John Pate was working.
Yes, I was working the Westwood Comedy Store.
Westwood Comedy Store, and he was also a doorman.
MC.
He spent doorman, MC, and he goes way back to the days of Robin Williams, and so do we. Williams and Ree were there, and our special guest was also there. One of the really founders.
Great
guests.
Yes,
we have a great guest, and it's all because John got him. I have no Rolodex. His Rolodex goes back to when Rolodex was first invented, when they were just a spinning wheel and you had to reach in and you were lucky to grab the right letter.
I have Cicero on my Rolodex.
And so we've been watching that documentary, and it's fascinating. It's
about the golden age of comedy.
Yes. And when we were out there in 77, 78, 79, and stuff, our goal, Williams and Ree, was to do the Tonight Show, and there was a member of the Tonight Show staff who was the comedy coordinator. His name was Jim McCauley, and our goal, Williams and Ree, was to do the Tonight Show. So after 2 years of working the store, my partner Terry Reed called up Jim McCauley, and he said, "Are we ever going to do the Tonight Show?" And he said, "No, you're not going to do the Tonight Show. You don't do jokes. You've got instruments. There's two of you, and you got props." And he said, "Johnny doesn't like that, so you'll never do the Comedy Store." So my partner said, "Hey, okay, we're out of here." So we left and came back to South Dakota. And then the first episode of this documentary, it turns out that Jim McCawley told that to all the comedians. He told that to Louis Anderson, to Howie Mandel, and those people eventually got on the Tonight Show. Howie Mandel, of course, got on with Joan Rivers. She first saw his talent and brought him on, and it was an amazing journey that was cut short by giving up. So what we want to say to you young comedians is don't give up. Keep hammering away, because that's what you're there for. You're there to show people your craft and to learn how to fine-tune that craft.
Well, it's an art, and if you are doing your art, then you are the artist, and there's nothing that can keep you from doing that.
That's right. So the best we can learn is from our veterans. John is a veteran. I guess I'm a veteran, comedian. And our next guest is probably
the veteran.
The veteran, yeah, and he's known far and wide
as the Right Reverend.
The Right Reverend George Wallace.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good to be with you too. Veterans, old people. That's what veteran means.
We weren't going to put it that way.
Yeah. It's good to see you guys and talking about your art and what we do and working at the Comedy Store. I think this was for me, I got there in 1977. John, I don't know whether you were there then or not. We went to the Comedy Store. The main Comedy Store was closed, and John, you were running the Westwood Store, is that right?
Westwood Store, correct.
Yeah, and
in fact,
was packed out every night too.
In fact, I do remember your very first TV shot doing Mike Douglas at the Westwood Comedy Store.
So true. Jimmy Walker had us on.
Yes, and I remember I will never forget the closing bit with your luggage commercial with the grocery bag luggage.
Paper bag.
Yes.
I wanted to bring that back, John,
think you
because I
should.
don't know how I can do it. But friends, I hold a regular grocery store 5-6 paper bag, and I says, "This is the best luggage in the world." I know you're saying it's. I'm gonna get your words back. Oh my God, that must cost $500. It's not the latest, but it is the greatest in luggage gear, something like that.
And
I
then
know you heard of American Tourister and you heard of Samsonite. But ladies and gentlemen, look at this piece of luggage. It was so good, I want to bring it back.
You got to bring it back. And then you end by saying, now you ask yourself, is it durable? Well, watch this.
Is it durable? Watch it. And then I drop it on the floor and jump up and step on it. Look at it. Still looks new, doesn't it? Still looks new, doesn't it?
You got to bring it back, George.
Ladies and gentlemen, this piece of luggage was dropped from an airplane 30,000 feet in the air with its owner, a Puerto Rican, still hanging on to it. Now, I know you're saying, ooh, how could it survive that fall? Well, this piece of luggage is insurmountable. Something about the Puerto Ricans, the stop that put the hurt on the Puerto Rican's ass. But this piece of luggage still looks new. So no matter what you're doing or where you're going, don't you ever let anybody know what your bag is. Where you're going and what your bag is. Yeah.
That you got to bring it back.
Oh yeah.
I should do that.
Yeah. How long were you? How many decades were you at the Flamingo Hilton?
I went to the Flamingo in 2004 for 30 days. And then they said, okay, 60 days. And then 90 days. And then the president of the hotel says, you ain't going nowhere. Because I was under contract with them for those 60, 90 days. And I had a producer, Chip Lightman, who also was the producer for Danny Gaines. But he wasn't doing a good job of promoting me. I said, well, let me just do my own thing. And I made a deal with the hotel, and I knew promoting because in my earlier day, I was vice president of the world's largest outdoor advertising agency. Everything you see at Times Square, the billboards, spectacles at Times Square, I was vice president of that. So I knew how to promote me in Las Vegas. And I had more billboards and spectacles in Las Vegas than anybody because I knew I'm going to go to the advertising owners and say, listen, I'm buying 4 billboards, and you're going to give me 6. They're open out there. Follow me, do my lead. I got 10 boards up. Everybody else in Las Vegas, they got to want 10 boards up. So I was creative and inventive, very inventive in Las Vegas. Instead of having one truck, you go to Las Vegas. Most entertainers have one truck advertising going up and down Las Vegas Boulevard. I put 5 trucks back to back to back to back to back. And people say, why the hell would you put 5 trucks back to back to back to back to back? I said, you're asking me, aren't you? I got your attention. That's why I did it. And now everybody does that in Las Vegas.
Well, and you packed the house too. I mean, it is incredible. When I walked in, and I had to stand in the back because the place was so stinking full.
Well, that was really good too, promoting. I went to every hotel. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I went to every hotel, to every concierge. I shook everybody's hand, invited them to the show. Tell your patrons, come down. It was a new show, like a new young comedian. It was at 10 o'clock. Everybody else was at 8 o'clock, 7:30. Mine was 10 o'clock. Not too early, not too late. Stop in and see George Wallace. Vegas like it used to be. And I had all of the entertainers, comedians, Seinfeld and Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock, they all would stop in. You never know who you're going to see. Aretha Franklin, Dick Clark came in 3 weeks before he died. I had everybody at my show. Herman Cain, you just name it. I love working every night. And I let them, and young comedians come in, I let them do the work. Hell, why should I work? You got a comedian here and doing nothing. Get up on that stage and work. So all of my comedian friends now say, if you go to George's show, you know you're doing time, right? Yes, you are.
Well, and then the other great thing, I thought it was marketing genius, was on that billboard, it said the new Mr. Las Vegas. So that moniker stuck too.
Yeah, what happened there was the talent reviewer, the critic for the Las Vegas Review Journal, he said, he gave me that title, the new Mr. Vegas. And Wayne Newton became very pissed. So I didn't do that, John, until after 2 years. I said, you know what? I'm going to use that, the new Mr. Vegas. And Wayne Newton was so mad at me. He said, don't do it. Don't listen to that guy. I said, you know what? I didn't do it for 10 years. I'm going to use it now because before you got here, somebody else was Mr. Vegas. You remember a guy named Sammy Davis Jr.? Yeah. So and when I leave, somebody else is going to become the Mr. Vegas. So I'm going to take that and run with it no matter what. And I still use it today, the new Mr. Vegas, and just having fun with it. And what are you going to do?
Yeah, and you made a killing on merch too. I mean, after the show, you were out there signing and selling, and you know, people could get up close and personal with you. And not only that, but you went on past T-shirts and hats and stuff like that to writing your own books. Do you have any of your books?
I have one book left. No. The book is in its 3rd printing. It is called Laugh It Off. No matter what you do in life, you continue to laugh. As I said right at the top, it says we don't stop laughing because we grow older, but we do grow older because we stop laughing. When you stop laughing, you stop living.
Exactly.
And I was encouraged to write this book by a young man down in Houston, Texas, by the name of Joel Osteen. I don't know whether you've heard of him.
Oh, yes.
Joel Osteen. One of the greatest comedians in the world. And you're laughing, but guess what? He won't start a sermon without what? I always like to start with a funny story.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys ever been to Texas? Do you know anybody in Texas? They sell Visine in Texas, but somebody please tell me. I used to have his picture up on the screen, and it was a still shot, but I still had him blinking. And you know, and of course, the forward of the book was written by my best friend of 45 years. A lot of people don't know it, but I'm actually the real George on Seinfeld. I'm
there you
actually the
go.
real George. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm his roommate for 13 years, and I was best man at his wedding, and I'm the father of his kids. Bruce, you're looking at me like you didn't know that. You didn't know that?
You know,
I did not know that.
You know what? When I was over at the apartment, was it on Sweetser? Sweetser Avenue in
It was
Hollywood?
Fountain. It was on Fountain.
Fountain. Okay, off of
Fountain
Sweetser.
between Sweetser and La Cienega.
Yes. And wasn't that, I mean, when you guys made the deal to move out to California, didn't you decide that was a good location? And oh,
Yes,
you know what?
because we initially went up, John. We initially went up into Hollywood on
Yeah.
Orange, right across the street from the Hollywood High School. You know what that is, right behind. That's Hollywood Boulevard, right?
Yeah.
So coming from New York, we thought that was really nice in Hollywood. And somebody says, "You can't live up there." I said, "Why? There's some freaks up there." We're going, look like regular people, but they were freaks. So we moved down to West Hollywood, where all the entertainers tend to live, and even still today, that's the entertainment capital of Los Angeles, West Hollywood.
Well, now, you know, I mentioned this to Bruce, but I want to get the firsthand story of the wager that you and Jerry had, who was going to make it to $1 million first.
Right.
Didn't you do that on somebody's show?
We did that on Will Shriner. Will Shriner show. We did that on Will Shriner show, and he made that offer. We made that deal, and he wrote the check, half of everything I own. And I think it's about 5 years ago. Anderson Cooper had a show. I was in Zurich. I was in Singapore, China. Not Singapore, China. Shanghai, China. They called me to come in, fly back in and do the show, and surprise Jerry on the show. And then I surprised and walked out, and he goes, "I thought you was in China." And then I was talking. I said to his wife, she was in the audience. I said, "No, he loves you, but I've been his roommate, and I've been knowing him longer than you, and we made a deal once." And he said, "Whoever makes the first $1 million, blah, 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 the other one will get the other half." So I happen to have that check with me that he wrote Will Shriner. And I presented the check, and I said, "Jessica, I know he loves you, but half that money is mine." Yes, so we made that deal. And 45 years ago, and we're still best friends today. I'm surprised he hasn't called. He just called an hour ago and said, "I can't talk to you," but he'll be calling during this call in a few minutes. We still talk to each other 5 times a day.
That's awesome.
See, that's great.
Yeah, that's true,
Did
brother.
I hit something?
I don't think
Can
so.
you guys see me? I don't
Yeah.
know what I did.
No,
I hit something.
Can we?
we
Can you
can
hear
see
us?
you. We can see you.
I'm
And
back.
Okay, good.
all right, that could have been a recount.
It was Jerry.
My phone, and I hit the what do you call the thing you press down, your cursor. So it took me to another site. But I'm back with you.
Okay. And how many films have you been in?
I think somebody said 40 or something like that. I don't know. And things just happen all of a sudden. I did a movie I was thinking about the other day. My first movie was with Cheech and Chong.
What was that one?
Which one?
Things Are Tough All Over.
Oh yeah.
And I was playing Muhammad Ali. I was a champ. And I'd never done a movie before, John. So when I was doing my line, "I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the champ. I was a bum on the street." And they said, "Stop looking in the camera." I didn't know that this just be natural. I thought you're supposed to look in the camera at all times. I did not know that.
That's because you're a stand-up. You're a comic.
Is that what it is, John?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking directly in. Okay.
Yeah, you're always making eye contact. Yeah.
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 So they
They-
teach me,
well-
just do you, and the camera will pick you up. Just be you. I didn't know that.
They're actually going to have a boxing match, one during COVID, where they just say in this corner, and they have to stand in the corner and just swing away. It's a social distancing. They got to stay 12 feet apart.
That's some social distancing right there, right? Now,
Yeah.
speaking of social distancing, I'm in Atlanta right now at my condo on the 25th floor. My daughter came by about 3 months ago to visit me. And I went out on the balcony and I waved at her ass. I said, "It's social distancing. That's the closest you're going to get. Keep moving. Keep moving." keep moving. But
Oh,
life
yeah.
is good. I'm still enjoying life. I'm concerned, like I said, we have the virus going on here now, but everywhere. But I think if we get this vaccine and we start wearing masks, I think we're going to be fine.
Well, you're in Atlanta. Are they going to call you in to help with the recount?
Well, Georgia is blue. We flipped the state, and I'm blue. The recount, I think it's so stupid. And each state has, each county has to pay for their own counting, right? So even if it flips, what difference does it matter? He still can't get the electoral college. It's 16 electoral votes in Georgia. So why do all of the counting? What's up with that?
It's odd.
Arizona went blue today. Arizona went blue. Nevada went blue. Georgia went blue today, by the way. So whether they count Georgia or not, it just doesn't matter. So why spend all that money?
Exactly.
That's some good thinking, which is right across the top of your hat.
I'd be thinking.
I'd be
thinking about a
thinking.
lot of things. I used to run for president. The reason I didn't do it because a lot of people would have voted for me. Like 50,000 people voted for Kanye West with his dumb ass. Why would you vote? My daddy used to say, Kanye West running for president makes as much sense as having an ashtray on a motorcycle. My daddy used to love to say that. So that's why I have great ideas, and people would probably vote for me because, like Bruce.
I want to hear your platform.
My platform will be things like first day I'm president. Well, first day, I'm going to tell you the truth. When I'm president of these United States, first day, I ain't doing nothing. No, I ain't doing nothing the first day. Everybody tell me what they're going to do. I ain't doing nothing the second day or the third day. I'm taking a whole week off. And the next week, I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to relax. But when I come back in February, because it's Black History Month, you got to do some work. February is Black History Month, so they're going to be expecting some. So the first law I'm going to pass, day one, Chick-fil-A going to be open on Sunday. I don't care what they say. Chick-fil-A will be open on Sunday. So, I just got a lot of votes right there, did I not?
I think so, yeah.
I used to say, how could you not? You know how much chicken you can sell on a Sunday? Even Jesus wants some chicken on Sunday. Let me tell you guys something. Listen. Even Jesus, you got to be crazy or really love the Lord to be closing on a Sunday. Now, everybody in the world has been, let me tell you what I do now. Every Saturday night, I go to Chick-fil-A. I buy 300 number ones. Now, why do I do that? I be thinking. Everybody watching us now knows this has happened to you in your life. You've been driving down the street on a Sunday morning, a Sunday afternoon, and you turn into Chick-fil-A and you go, oh my God, they're closed. I'm going to be there for you. I'll be there for you. I got 300 sandwiches. I charge double the price. And somebody said, Mr. Wallace, I told them that's what they said, I'm going to call your parole officer on you. I said, it's okay. He's next to me selling the lemonade. He's with me selling. So that's one thing I would do if I were a president of the United States. Let's do this because I don't remember these jokes. Let's just try to see. On the second day, no more service dogs in restaurants. I don't mean for the assisted dogs, that for the real people that really need them. They're not called service dogs. They're called
Emotional support dog.
Emotional support. That's the one I'm talking about. Emotional support dog. And you go in the rest. I go into what's the name of that place? Olive Garden. What the hell has you so stressing you out that you got to bring in a dog emotional support? How much support do you need? You can't handle these damn breadsticks. Are they too salty for you? Is the salad bowl going around too fast for you? What emotional support do you need? I'm sitting here, you got your dog. I'm sitting here at the Olive Garden trying to eat my pasta, and your dog at the next table licking himself. I don't need to see that stuff while I'm eating.
One of your platforms.
No man wants to see somebody doing something they can't do for themselves. He's sitting there. Dog is sitting there licking himself.
Because he
In the
can.
restaurant.
One of your
Say Bruce because he can.
well, one of your
This
platforms.
is a little much for John.
What?
He's so Christian. This is a little much for John.
Well, I was trying to get it. I was trying to get it back to a G rating here. One of your platforms was to get rid of West Virginia, right?
Oh, yeah. That's the second thing I do. Get rid.
Yeah.
Third thing, get rid of West Virginia. Why do we have two? We already got one Virginia. Why do we need two? John, I don't remember that joke. There's another part to that joke.
I can't remember the tag.
Get rid of West Virginia.
And don't make friends with people because you'll end
This
up.
is when you lived in Los Angeles. Never
Yeah.
make this. Now, Bruce, he's doing jokes now that are 30 years old.
Yeah.
That, by the way, John, I'm going to bring them back because they're new.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
we did these jokes in 1970 and 80. These young kids haven't heard these jokes.
No.
And they are evergreen and they do work.
Yep.
Funny is funny.
Timeless.
Now, what's the joke you was telling me to do?
Don't make friends with people in LA.
Never make friends with people in LA because you know why? You wind up driving them to the airport. That's Seinfeld. I got to cut him off.
No, put him on.
Put him on.
Put him on with us.
Put him on.
He won't like that. He's mean. He's mean. He won't like that. He's
Me.
So John. Now see, where's my preface? See, I just forgot already what we were talking about.
Prevagen.
Yeah.
Prevagen. Because
I got a bottle of that right now.
as we age, George, you know, our minds become less sharp. That's where Prevagen can help. Prevagen
Wow.
takes ingredients that come from jellyfish, and everyone knows how smart jellyfish are.
Exactly right. Well, listen, doing this show and talking to you guys is better than Prevagen.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Bringing my memory back, and it's a lot of fun.
right.
That's
Right.
why you do these shows. I haven't been on stage in 8 months, so doing this is really sharpening my brain.
Yeah,
And I appreciate you guys calling me. Thank you so much.
it's a good workout for us, too. We appreciate you coming on the show. This will increase our viewership, and who knows, we
I
may,
can, eh?
yeah, by
10 or
tens.
20.
Tens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tens
Of people. They're already logging on, and you've also,
Even more people.
that's a reminder.
That's another. I got another show at 8 o'clock. What time is it there? It's 5:45 where you are. 6:45.
6:45.
Okay. So
Yeah,
So it's 7:45 here. I have
All right.
another show at 8 o'clock. How about that?
yeah,
You're a popular man.
you are. And
But I'm going to stay with you guys until that time.
Even better.
all right,
Okay, so let's get back to the airport jokes. People that live out by the airport complain.
I think a friend of mine wrote this joke.
Yes, they did.
Hey, you notice he's throwing out the jokes that he wrote. That's why he remembers them.
that's why he remembers them.
Because he got paid for them.
He got paper. John, what's the joke? People that live out by the airport need their butt kicked, right?
Yes.
Now, they knew that airport was out there when they moved out there.
Yeah. What were they
About the
thinking?
noise. Complaining about the noise. They knew that airport was out there. They got a 8-bedroom house at the end of the runway for $15. Now they want to complain.
That's like somebody
Buying a
living
house
in the
Grand
Grand.
Canyon and going, ooh, that's a steep driveway. How about that,
Works
John?
every time. Works every time.
And you remember it.
John, no. John, did I do that on the Tonight Show the first night?
Yes.
You went with, what did I do on the Tonight Show the first night?
Oh man, I can't remember all of. We had put together about 5. Well, my portion
Okay,
of
about 5 sets, yeah, right?
my portion of the 7 minutes. I think I had about 3 or 4 good lines in the 7
Good
minutes.
lines. Yes, of course. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And see, Bruce, back in the day when a comedian did the Tonight Show, your best friends went with you.
Yeah.
Your best
No,
friends went with you.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't know how John got to go with me to this day. I don't know.
I
He said you paid him. He said you paid him.
Well, that's besides the point for the jokes, but he would go for support too. We had to go for emotional support.
Emotional support
I was
comedians.
the
Yes.
emotional support comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get behind that curtain, everything goes out of your head. It's just like George Wallace. Oh my God, what am I supposed to do?
What was I supposed to say?
I just remember we had that yellow legal pad there, and we were marking up stuff to the very end, right before you went out.
Let me take this my front desk. You guys okay?
Yeah.
Did I just hit something or you guys hit something? Did I hit
I don't
something?
know. Can you hear us?
This is my concierge. Just listen. This is Dr. Wallace. Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Wallace, this is George. You had a grocery delivery?
Yes, could you just bring them up, have them sent up, please?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you much, George. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
See, now that's service.
He knew he could have just brought those, but they called me before they come up to make sure I'm here.
That's
This is
nice.
a fantastic concierge guy. So I don't go to the grocery store. They deliver everything I need to my door.
And did they wipe it down first?
Hell, I don't buy fresh vegetables because a friend of mine says I like to pick my own vegetables and fruit. I said, don't you think 1,000 people have already picked over the fruit that you think you're getting the best? Somebody already threw that aside as the second best, you know? Yeah, so what I do, they bring it to the door and, whatever it is, I put it in the freezer, just groceries.
Yeah, you don't have to wipe it down anymore. It's we've come past that.
I think you're right about that. Before they were wiping down everything, but I don't think the surfaces are not included anymore. I think it's more droplets.
It's
that we can
airborne.
use.
Airborne.
Yes.
Everything's airborne stuff. Yeah.
And you guys are probably wondering, why the hell is he in his own house wearing 2 masks?
2 masks. Yeah.
2. That's something a lady would say. If there was a lady around with you guys, she's probably saying that, right? Is there a lady in the house?
Yes.
I bet she's wondering that. Hello, lady. I'm wearing 2 masks.
Hi, I was wondering.
See?
Yeah.
See how I knew? See?
Yeah. That's kind of like the Lone Ranger, the Lone Ranger.
That's kind of like, John, here comes a joke. Because the Lone Ranger, the Lone Ranger. That's kind of like, I used to do a joke. Oh my God, you PIN numbers. Oh, people, stop saying you're going to the ATM machine. That's automatic teller machine. Would you put in your PIN number, personal identification number? Lone Ranger, I got you. See, when you're doing comedy 45 years, you pretty much got a joke about any subject.
Yeah. And what we learned from the Comedy Store documentary is that most of the great comedians, like yourself, work at it every day. They come off stage, they go home, they start to work on the next one. You know, start
Mr.
right.
Williams, you know what I was telling a young comedian the other day? If you want to be a comedian, you can't go on stage Monday the 5th and don't go back on stage until Monday the 5th on the next month. You can't do that. You got to want to work. We worked every night. 3 times if we could. We run from the Comedy Store to the Improv to the Laugh Factory. As much as you can. This has got to be in you. You eat it, you sleep it. I say, most people that work real hard, somebody say, I work 12 hours a day. I say, you know what? That's good. We work 24 hours a day. They don't know that. We're working in our sleep.
Yep.
We can wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, try to write down a joke and try to write down a subject matter. And even though you wake up the next morning and go, what the hell is that? You can't even read it, let alone comprehend it. But we work all the time. That's all we do. We're thinking of jokes right now.
It's muscle memory.
Well, it is great, and to be able to just sit back and just write jokes. Man, let's keep talking. We'll come up with. Let's talk about any subject, John. You're really good. Anything you want to talk about.
Pets.
What's going on today? We got the people in the White House, and you got what else is happening? I should have jokes in my head. I tweet every day.
You said you've been watching a lot of the Voice and American Idol.
Don't get into that because that's depressing. Because I sit around the house all day and I cry all day. I cry all day. So I got to stop crying. I'm watching The Voice and the America's Got Talent and American Idol. See, I'm watching these people now, and if you go on these shows as a contestant, you just can't be a great singer or a great actor or entertainer. You got to have a story to go along with it, a sad story. You know, these entertainers go out there and they sing, says, I'm here tonight because my mom had a heart attack, and she asked me what would I do in life before she dies, and she just wanted me to come on America's Got Talent and sing one time, and before she dies, and I'm doing that tonight. That's why I'm here. My mom had a heart attack, and she's still in the car. I'm going to take her to the hospital. So if I finish this audition, if I pass this, I'll take her to the hospital. you got to have a great story. Like the guy was out of Nashville, Tennessee. No, I think he was out of Louisiana, but he had been incarcerated for 37 years for wrongdoing. And the story was so sad. You mean you were in jail for 37 years? He said, I didn't do it. And they found out about it, thank God for DNA. And his story was so, and I'm sitting there crying like crazy. And all of these sad stories. So you got to have a sad story to win these shows now. It's not about your talent. You got to have a sad story. And then I'm crying. John, do you watch Undercover Boss?
Yes.
I just cried like a baby at the end of the show. You remember Pete? Yeah, he was awful. I'm Pete. Then I'm going to give you $25,000. Oh my God, that's so good. I'm going to give you $30,000 for your grandma's tea. I'm going to give you.
Now the ones that gets me are the repo shows where they try to repossess your car and repossess your airplane.
Yeah, isn't that amazing, huh?
Yeah.
That's not the one. You know, the other one that gets me, Bruce, is the hoarders. The lady sleeping on top of dead cats for 3 years. I know. It used to be Fat Ass Honey Boo Boo. They used to have a lot of those shows that you could just have fun with, you know? And Ghost Whispers. I used to do a bit on this. I got to bring this back. White people. White people. That's the name of the show, White Guy. White people. Stop looking for ghosts. There's 13 shows on right now about ghosts, ghost whispers, ghost seekers. Everything's looking for ghosts. Just stop looking for ghosts. And you know they're crazy, right? They're going like, you got, dude, did you hear that? Did you see that? I'm getting a little freaky now. Did you see that? Did you hear that? Oh my God! No, he didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. Watching your ass on television. Nobody heard it. Nobody saw it. We're on television, okay? Stop making up stuff. Did you hear that? You see that? Now you still bit about ghosts, white people and ghosts. They always do. You see, lady at home by herself in the kitchen washing dishes. She hears something downstairs. She goes to the door. Is there anybody down there? So yeah, this is Bob Barker. Come on down. I'm trying to find my earpiece, but it's in here somewhere. But listen, so yeah, I used to do all of those jokes on ghosts. And black people see ghosts. Black people, if a ghost come into a black house, go boom. Yeah, sit your ass down over there.
Take a number.
I'm talking. I gotta remember these jokes. It's good to talk to you guys. You guys get me all fired up, Mr. President.
You're a genius. That's why it's such a pleasure.
I don't
to
know
talk
about
to
that, but I know I'm having fun and I'm starting to tell these jokes. And you know this is medicine, right? Jokes are the greatest.
Yes.
Laughter is the greatest medicine in the world.
Yeah.
So I teach people that right now. And plus it's free medicine. So that's why we encourage people to overdose on laughter. And keep it in the reach of children. And if you find yourself laughing for more than 4 hours, then you call your doctor.
Consult a doctor.
And give the doctor the prescription so the doctor can laugh along with you.
Right.
Exactly.
So doing comedy is great. I need to talk to you guys for about 4 hours so we can just bring all this material back up. So
We get it back.
also, John, I also did a thing that when I'm president, on the fourth law I'm going to pass, Steve Harvey ain't hosting nothing no more.
I like it.
Steve Harvey is hosting. Let somebody else get some work. You know, he's hosting all of these shows. My goodness, life is so good. This is fun.
You are just.
John, you said something a few minutes ago. I don't know. I'm staying at a hotel and I took my books, but you know what this is, don't you, John?
Yes, indeed. We did it every night.
I got 8 of them over there right now. So there's a guy that's doing comedy right now, John, and he goes on stage with a pad and he says, "I want to try some new jokes out for you," right? So one day I did that, and a guy they tweeted. They said, "You still in Dion Cole's act with your paper trying out jokes?" And we had a big argument about it, and it was big. Everybody on the network we were tweeting about it. But I did that joke in 1993, and I've been doing that for so long. These jokes might not work. I don't give a damn. I'm trying this new joke. Matter of fact, I did it on Arsenio. I said these jokes might work, might not work. I got to make sure these jokes work. I'm doing Letterman tomorrow night. So I actually did that.
That's funny.
Yeah, so this pad here, this legal pad. Let's see what's on here. Beautiful. I don't even know what these notes are.
Well, George, you've been doing that for 45 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got Howard Hughes down here. What the hell I got him down here for? Oh, that's something.
Casey comes back.
John,
Yeah.
John, so you know when you're in comedy, you can tell when you're in comedy.
Yeah.
You got notes on everything. You just write everything. I got down here meaningfulness. I don't know what that means. I got down there. It's crazy thing, but you just write jokes. This is fun. Anything else you guys want to talk about today?
I want to talk about.
You guys.
I want to talk about who's your favorite comic or comic actor.
There's a new kid now. He's on Wildin' Out. He's called DC Youngfly, and he's a carbon copy of Chris Tucker. He's actually fantastic. Young, skinny little guy, very active, and it goes in and out who you like, you know. Kathleen Madigan. She lives in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, she does?
She does?
Yes, you get to know her, Kathleen Madigan. There's so many comedians. That's when you like everybody, it's hard to give you an answer. I apologize for that. I should be prepared for that.
No, I think that's a good answer. I think that's the definitive answer because it's real hard to pick one.
Well, and we came up with so many
people.
people.
Are funny, I don't care. Let's say if you could have the greatest comedian in the world on the stage, and we saw it every night, John. Richard Pryor could be on stage, but 15 minutes later, a guy you never heard of. The two guys come on stage named William and Marie. They got laughs too.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The night we auditioned at the Comedy Store, Richard Pryor was sitting with Mitzi and Robin Williams and in the back, and we could hear him cracking up, you know. So we thought, okay, we done good, you know.
Yeah, you did good.
So
did you pass that night?
We did
Yes.
pass that night. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
John,
Now,
I auditioned for Mitzi at the Comedy Store Westwood where you managed,
yeah.
and I killed. And I came off stage. I think I was doing the Reverend then, John.
Yes. You had the robe on and
I
everything.
had the robe on and everything, and I had the Yellow Pages as my Bible, the good Book of Bell.
Yes.
You want, look it up in the book. You want some shoes? Look it up in the book. I killed that night.
It
When
was.
I came off stage, you know, you're so hyped up. You went over to Mitzi. I know I killed. And I went over to Mitzi and just, how you doing? I just want to know how did I do. She said, "You can't work my room. You're not good. You're not right for my room." I'm like, I just killed this lady. It's crazy. I said, I can't, because they told me she was a little off. Not off, but she was different, right? So, John, I was hurt because I had killed
From that first.
night. She never liked Seinfeld, you know. She never liked Seinfeld. Never worked around that much. But what I did, John, I was on stage that Monday. And I'm kind of stupid too. So I said, I'm calling in 656-6225. I think that's the number at the Comedy Store. See, I must have dialed that a lot.
656-6225. Yes.
213-656-6225. I said, she said I can't work us. She must be crazy. I called in, put my name on the list. I got 5 spots for the week. Then I decided, yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah. But it worked.
So she just told me last night I couldn't work her room. Today I got 5 spots. So maybe she got me confused with somebody else. I don't know.
Well, I distinctly remember that there was a particular chapter where you kept calling me to say, "I'm doing Arsenio next week. And I got to have 5 Yo Mama jokes."
Yeah. And we sit there and put them together.
But the Yo Mama jokes were classic for him.
What happened was the Your Mama joke started I started, they knew me for doing that. And then it really caught on when Will Smith got involved.
Yeah.
Then Will Smith said, George Wallace, come on here and talk about your mama, talking about his ugly ass mama. So he started going back and forth. I would talk about Will Smith's mama, and then this went on for months, almost a year. And so one night I went on Arsenio, and I said, and Will Smith always talking, Will Smith was on the show. And I said, and how about your ugly ass mama, Will Smith? And he says,
She's right there.
She's out there. And I'm like, oh my God. I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, I said, and you tell your mama, when you get home, you tell your mama they caught that rapist. So she can stop sleeping naked at night with the window open. And to this day, his mom and I are very good friends. Texted each other last month. Yeah. She said, how much money I made for you guys, you know. And I just did a show with Will Smith in Las Vegas about, I guess in March. He's doing a show on comedy, and he wanted me to host a show on new comedians. So that's coming out. I got so much in the can. I just did a show with Adam Sandler, the Halloween show, You Be Halloween.
You Be Halloween. Yeah. Sharon and I watched that the other night.
Do you know the story on that? Adam Sandler did a movie called Uncut Gems. And he really wanted to win the Oscar for that. Everybody praised him for that. He did not get it. So he was so mad and angry that he says, I'm going to write the stupidest movie ever made. And you notice he put all of his friends in the movie, everybody.
You're on as
and he thought it was so stupid, but it was the #1 movie on Netflix. Right now, it's #1 money-making movie for Netflix. Isn't that amazing?
It is, yeah. But it's
stupid he thought it was.
It's a good story, though. It's a stupid movie, but you're great.
I couldn't get through it.
You're great. You're great in it. You play the mayor. You're the mayor of the town.
I heard his mama turned out to be the mayor. I'm going, okay. I know I read the whole script when I first read it, but I didn't remember it. Okay. So, but it's wonderful to have a friend like Adam. So I did Little Nicky with him, and I did 3 movies with him. So he remembers his friends. That's a good thing. That's what I think people should do. That's what I think, John, you know what I'm saying now. Comedy is different now. I think when people get TV shows, what did Johnny call? Every Thursday night, you knew you were going to see a great comedian on this Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Or a comedian on the way up. And I think people should have, some of the talk show hosts should do that now. Bring on comedians, young comedians, and faces of the future.
Well, it's not just the fact that you got there. You had help getting there, so help somebody else get there.
That's what I'm talking about, John. That's what I'm talking about. Help somebody else, and that's your job. You know, people love laughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in this day and age, it's hard to find a comic who works clean.
Well, it's not that anymore. It's just funny is funny. I believe funny is funny. I can do it clean. I'm still clean. I don't cuss. I don't use the F word. You know, I'll cuss. I'm the greatest cusser in the world. Let's make that perfectly clear, okay? Because everybody's cussing now. People cussing in church now.
Yeah.
People are cussing. I was at church. Well, I know. I was at church the other day, and not the other day. See, when you lie, you just make up stuff. You know. Because that's how I'm blessed, John. I'm the most blessed. I thank God every day. I choke up at how blessed I am to do what I do. That used to be my opening. I walk on the stage every night. You guys paid to see me, and all I do, God has blessed me. All I do is lie. I just come out here and just lie. I just make up shit. That's all I do. I just lie. And I said to them, I just asked God to let me be the greatest BSer in the world. But right now, Trump is kicking my ass in the bullshit. So, but that's all I do. So I don't even know how I got there. See, when these jokes start to come, you got to get them in.
Well,
yeah, we should help each other and go out and promote each other and have fun.
I remember the one running gag that you had that worked every time was, I was in Hong Kong yesterday, and everything was yesterday.
I had to bring that back because somebody just said it one night. Where were you last night? I'm going, what the hell are you talking about? And because I stopped doing it for like 10 years, and they said, weren't you in Hong Kong last night? So Bruce, what I would do every night I go on stage, I start talking to people. I was in Cleveland last night. It's bigger now than ever, John.
Yeah.
when we do the arenas, we did State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia, on February 14th of this year before the COVID virus, and had like 16,000 people there on stage. I was in Cleveland last night. And I said, and it was in the 70s in Cleveland last night, and not the temperature, the decade. So I keep running down the line. I was in Miami last night, and such and such and such and such and such and such, blah, blah, blah. Then the next thing you know, I was in Savannah last night. And I mean, and then I get down the line after about 10 times. I was in San Antonio, and they go, yesterday. And I go, no, I was in San Antonio this morning. So doing the jokes and the callbacks and things like that. So yeah, I have to remember to do that.
Yeah.
But comedy is so much fun, and oh my goodness, I can't wait to get back on stage. Now I feel as though I need to get back to the stage ASAP.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. We all do. And my partner and I have a show on the Saturday after Thanksgiving in South Dakota at the Deadwood Mountain Grand. That's coming up, and that's our first show out of COVID.
That should be really nice.
It should be.
It's a long weekend, and people are going to want to laugh. People always want to laugh, no matter what.
Yeah. But I just wonder how they're going to laugh with masks on. It's going to, it's not going to be.
I just heard you. You'll figure it out. When we walk out on stage, first of all, people don't know when we're saying hello. They don't know they're a barometer. We're judging how to start, how to kick off. So you'll learn, and you'll get the sound of the room, reflex of the room, and you'll hear, and you'll get your timing down. It'll be no problem for you. You'll still hear them laugh.
It's not as much the mask as it is the social distancing, because they're in Deadwood and the audience is in Sioux City.
But if you're good, they will still laugh. Laughter will come.
Exactly.
I think the first thing I'm going to do is get a bottle of Febreze and just come out and just douche the microphone, before I start talking in it.
Now, this stuff right here,
Lysol. There you go.
This is the worst. It stinks. I can't take it after a while.
It's very powerful because it's got bleach and stuff in it, so it's probably bleaching your nostrils.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because it's very strong, very strong. So if you're going to be in South Dakota, what you should do is go out and practice at the Mount Rushmore. If you can make them laugh, then
Exactly.
They were pretty.
Did he move? Yes, he did. I saw it. You can do that.
I think Abe just spit milk through his nose.
That's amazing. So who's up there? Abe and
Washington.
Who's the last one put up there?
Lincoln.
Abe is the last one.
Roosevelt.
He's sitting alone.
Roosevelt's in the back.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Is he the last? Teddy Roosevelt is a single by himself.
No, he's kind of in the back. He's kind of squeezed in the back, like he just muscled his way into that group,
Because there's four, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jefferson. No, not Jefferson.
Yes.
Yes.
Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln.
And Lincoln, yeah.
Yeah. How did Roosevelt?
Passed your history test.
Well,
How did Roosevelt get in there? It's because he was up in North Dakota.
I think he did it. No, I think he's the one that sponsored it. Who sponsored that?
he did all the national parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's responsible also for the Hoover. No, that's Hoover responsible for the Hoover Dam. Right?
No,
I think
all
so.
of that. Eisenhower did the interstates, right?
Interstate.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that's why we're getting office. I would do the bullet trains. We're the only country in the world that don't have bullet trains. And I think you should have a bullet train in the middle of every freeway in America. If your train go by on 150 miles an hour, 200 miles an hour, trust me, you will pull that car over, or you just might stop, get off right there in the middle of the freeway, just get up on the train. Now, wouldn't it be nice just to have a bullet train?
Yeah.
I've been on them in China, and I've been on them in Europe. It's just great. Just a great form of transportation.
Are they smooth?
Very smooth. You don't even know. You just like an airplane. Very nice.
Didn't know that. Never been on a
Well,
bullet
if you
train.
haven't been on one, I pretty much assume you wouldn't know it if you haven't been on one.
Yeah.
What do you think, they're clickety-clackety all the way?
Never been to China,
There's something wrong with you, Bruce. How old were you when your mind just got up and walked away from you?
I remember it. Yeah. And
You've never been to China. They got bullet trains all over the world. You can go to, there's a bullet train in Germany, bullet train. Have you ever been anywhere?
Yeah, I've been to Europe.
Whereabouts in Europe?
Went to Paris, and of course we did the USO shows in Egypt, and
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good, man.
yeah,
That's good. Giving back to the troops. That's wonderful.
yeah.
I did every base in the Pacific Rim, from Manila to Japan to Korea, and I went to the DMV. I went to North Korea 37 times.
Really, 30.
Well, you know, there's the DMV, the line. What do you call that? What do you
The
call that
DMZ.
line?
DMZ.
DMZ, that line, and it's only about this big.
Yeah.
So I was double dutching. So that's how.
Double touching.
Yeah, so they took me up to the DMV, and that was nice. And people calling me. Frank, I love you, but I'm going to call you back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm doing a TV show, but I will call you back. You guys got to let me know what time is it.
I don't know.
It's
Oh, I'm supposed to be on another show right now, right? I want
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're in your
Let's
time.
do a little close. and
All right.
We'll be done.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank our guest, our special guest, the Right Reverend George Wallace, for
It's Dr. Wallace. It's Dr.
the-
George Wallace now.
The best guest I have been a part of this particular show with.
yes. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Same here. Black action.
Yes, exactly.
And
Thank you,
so
George.
much. It's been wonderful. And let's do this again. I love what I've been blessed to do this tonight. And God bless us all. And I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
We
Love
love
you
you,
too, George.
Love you back.
And I always like to end with your punk hands. See?
Oh man, that's going to be hard to top. That's going to be hard to top. Well, what we have now is our first giveaway on the show.
Oh, oops, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It was just going from one to another.
That's okay.
Okay.
Stop.
Hey, this is our first giveaway. We're giving away merch on the show, and you can send in your best guess. Only one guess per post. One guess per post, but you can post as many as you like. Just keep them coming. It's a trivia question, and the winner of this trivia question will win this pair of 2020 Sucks socks. This is one size fits all, and they've not been opened. It's still in the package and stuff, and we will send this to you. The trivia question is, what year did Williams and Rhee move from South Dakota to Nashville, Tennessee? So start your guesses now. We'll take the first right answer in the order that they come in.
So I put it in the comments section.
To put it in your comment section, and those participating can just guess away. If you happen to be the only one watching, you've got a really good advantage because you can just start pumping years out there. So the question is, what year did Williams and Rhee move to Nashville,
And
Tennessee?
Rob Rhee can't play.
Rob Rhee, you are not eligible because neither are my children or any of my ex-wives are not.
A consolation prize is this rubber band.
Okay, we're throwing in that rubber band, which can go around
Exactly.
the packaging here. But these are, the winner will receive 2020 Sucks socks.
Okay, we got one.
We got one here.
Okay, that's not correct.
Larry Ross,
Not correct. So everyone
1977.
keep on guessing. Just go ahead and keep on guessing. Larry, you just keep on throwing numbers out there, and
You're going to get it eventually, Larry.
you seem to be the only one guessing. So
Pump out those years. You got it coming.
one guess per post.
Oh,
So,
really? Okay.
yes.
Yeah, he can't just put a whole
What
bunch
per?
of
No,
numbers.
per post. Yeah,
Per post,
you
he's
can
got
post
You
again.
got to post
Okay.
again. So
Yeah.
try again, Larry.
Susie, take your guess.
Oh, here we go.
Gary Woodman. Nope,
Nope.
not correct. Keep going. Keep going, everyone. And while
Susie was there. Tell her to guess.
John and I are talking about.
We're going to riff.
We're going to riff. Okay, so
This is a little song about my dog.
the stone you when you're trying to guess the year. The stone you when you live away from here.
1982?
The stone you when you're trying to get an answer. The stone you when your reindeer is named Prancer. But I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. Take one, John.
The stone you win, you're trying to guess the year. The stone you win, you're talking in their ear.
What?
The stone you just for a little rubber band. The stone you win, they slap you with a hand.
Well, I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. The stone you win, you're trying to win some socks. The stone you win, you're trying to. There's a correct answer right there.
All right.
The stone you win, you just won some socks. Bruce Redding. The stone you win, you live all alone. But I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get socks.
Yes.
Yes.
So we have a winner.
Bruce Redding is the winner. 1984, Williams and Ree moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and he is our winner. Bruce, if you will, message me,
PM.
PM me on Facebook. I will get your address, and no one else will get your address, but I will get your address, and I will send you these socks along with that rubber band around the socks.
Right.
And congratulations to Bruce Redding, our winner, 1984. Operator, please connect me to 1984. That was the year that Williams and Ree packed up and went out the door. Yeah. So that was our contest, and that's pretty much our show.
Thank you for tuning in.
And don't forget to tune in to williamsandree.com, also mrswhiteguy.com for your very, very eclectic merchandise.
Next week's special guest, Donald Trump.
He's got nothing.
And the White Guy Show. I'm telling you, if white guys could get paid every time that they are on social media, this guy would get $12 a month for life.